Hello, hi children, welcome to Nayak Academy. We are discussing NCERT as well as CBSE class 10th mathematics chapters. Today I am going to teach you an interesting geometry chapter, circles. In class 9th you have studied definition of circles and different parts of a circle. Let us recall that. What do you mean by circle? Is a collection of points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point is called circle. A collection of points, or you can say that a locus of a point which are equidistant from a fixed point is called circle. If I join these points, you will get a shape called circle. So this is a circle. A collection of points which are equidistant from a fixed point is called circle. And this fixed point is called center of a circle. The fixed point of a circle is called center of a circle. And the fixed distance is called radius of a circle. And it is denoted by symbol small letter r. Center of the circle is denoted by symbol capital letter O. Now, what do you mean by circumference of a circle? So the closed curve which makes a circle is called circumference of a circle. What do you mean by circumference of a circle? The closed curve which makes a circle is called circumference of a circle, and it is denoted by symbol capital letter C. And you know that how to find the circumference of the circle, children? The formula is C is equal to 2 pi r units. Now let me draw one chord. AB is a chord. So CD is a chord. So what do you mean by chord of a circle? Chord, C-H-O-R-D, chord of a circle. So what do you mean by chord of a circle? A line joining any two points on a circumference is called chord of a circle. A line joining any two points on a circumference is called chord of a circle. Now my question is, how many chords you can draw in a circle? Answer is infinite, many number of chords you can draw in a circle. How many radii you can draw in a circle? Infinite, many number of radii you can draw in a circle. It's clear? Now, next term, the definition you have learned already. It is diameter of a circle. So what do you mean by diameter of a circle? And it is denoted by symbol small letter d. So what do you mean by diameter, children? So a chord which passes through the center of a circle. A chord which passes through the center of the circle. G, let me write G and H. Okay, so what do you mean by diameter of a circle? The chord which passes through the center of a circle is called diameter of a circle. So what is the relationship between diameter and radius, children? So diameter is twice the radius, or radius is half of the diameter. It's clear? Diameter is equal to twice the radius, or radius is half of the diameter. See children, so this is a radius, isn't it? OH is a radius and GH is diameter. Diameter is a chord which passes through the center of a circle. See, A, B, C, D are all chords, but it is not passing through the center of a circle. If these chords passing through the center of a circle, the chord which passes through the center of a circle, then that chord is called diameter of a circle. Now you can say that the longest chord in a circle, it is diameter. The longest chord in a circle is diameter. It's clear? So these are the terms already learned in 9th standard. Center of a circle, radius of a circle, circumference of a circle, chord, diameter. And so a piece of a circle is called arc of a circle. Let us recall few more parts. Segment of a circle. Segment of a circle. So what do you mean by segment of a circle? A region bounded by a chord and an arc is called segment of a circle. A region bounded by a chord and an arc is called segment of a circle. So let me call this arc, bigger arc as ACB and smaller arc as ABD. So now here we are getting two regions, isn't it? Including this center of a circle, we are finding two regions, region number 1 and region number is 2 here. Now here the segment means a region bounded by a chord and major arc. Major arc is ACB and this region we call it as major segment. A region bounded by a chord and major arc is called major segment, and a region bounded by a chord and minor arc is called minor segment. Let us learn few more terms, children. So let me draw 2 points. The definite length between these 2 points is called, it is line segment. The definite length between these 2 points is called line segment, isn't it? So AB is a line segment. AB is a line segment. If I ask you to draw a line segment, then you have to put 2 points at the end. It's clear? A definite length between 2 points is called line segment. Now this line segment, if you extend in one direction, then this is called ray. AB is a ray. A line segment, if I extend in one direction, then it is called a ray. It's clear? Now, if a line segment extends in both the direction endlessly, a line segment extends in both the direction endlessly, then it is called a line. Is it clear? Now, let me draw one circle. Now let me draw one line. Now what is your observation, children? Now this straight line, so let me write it as PQ and circle C1. Now this straight line does not touches the circle, isn't it? So it is this straight line PQ and circles do not have any common point, isn't it? And line is not intersecting the circle. Such type of lines we call it as non-intersecting lines. Non-intersecting line. What do you mean by non-intersecting line, children? The line which does not intersect the circle. Got it? So line is not intersecting the circle. So such type of line is called non-intersecting line. So now PQ we can call it as non-intersecting line. Means here PQ is not touching the circle. Is clear? Such type of line is called non-intersecting line to circle C1. Let me draw one more line like this. So let me draw one circle C2 and let me draw one line PQ like this. So now what do you observe, children? Now this straight line and circle having 2 common points, isn't it? Please observe carefully, children. So this line and circle having 2 common points. So we can call it as, this line we call it as secant to the circle. So PQ line is secant to the circle. Secant to the circle C2. Got it? So PQ is a line which touches the circle at 2 points. Got it? So then we call it as line is touching the circle at 2 points and we are having 2 common points, and we can call it as PQ is secant to the circle. It's clear? Let me draw one more figure like this. So let me draw one circle and let me draw one line like this. So what is the observation, children? So circle is C3 and same line PQ, let me write like this, and please observe carefully. Here PQ touches the circle at only one point. See that? Only one point, and the common point between this circle and the line is 1, isn't it? So let me call it at that point as R. So here the circle and line, so there is a one common point. That common point is R, and we call it as this PQ line is tangent to a circle. Tangent to a circle. What do you mean by tangent to a circle, children? So a line intersects the circle at only one point is called tangent to a circle. What do you mean by secant to the circle, children? So a line intersect to the circle at two distinct points is called secant to the circle, and the line which do not intersect the circle is called non-intersecting line. The common point of the tangent and the circle is called point of contact. So what do you mean by point of contact, children? The common point of the tangent and the circle is called point of contact. Now here R is called point of contact. Where the common point for line and the circle, the common point for the tangent and the circle is called point of contact. Now R is called point of contact. This is all about introduction to circles. In my next video, let us solve exercise problems. Thank you.